able team out here just so we can
Can't do much about that.
Looks like we got started.
But hopefully we'll give him the briefing in just a moment here. Can we have some FFR run through one? Actually, there's not going to be that much French resistance guys today because they're pulling out of this region because these guys are about to do a shit ton of sabotage.
Boom, boom.
So everyone's not up there. Everyone that's not up there with the idiot squad, get over there in that doorway.
So looking through some of these compounds here, different depots,
I said everyone that's not up there.
all custom made. It took for fucking ever, but you know, good enough for me. I do have to thank the ZEC mod. I used quite a few templates from them, and then just made it look more compoundy and realistic.
No, stay up there. I'm organizing the teams.
And then this one down here. It's an unfinished complex.
You are not in my team, and you are not in the team up
there.
Aye. Please move to the fucking door.
Hey, Moneybags is here.
Thank you.
So they're still organizing. I've got German patrols patrolling the last area they were. I have it marked on the map, so they should avoid it like hell.
Since Brewer's gonna leave the middle of the mission, you guys are Charlie team.
And just in case, I'm gonna give an additional not one of those. It's
No.
Can we have one that's not marked?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What? Like I don't. What the fuck did I say? Trooper is going up there with the rest of them. The rest of you are Charlie team.
There we go. We just need to use a civilian model. And that can carry like 4 people if they want to use it as a scouting team or whatnot.
I'm gonna get my briefing. Time for immersion mode. You got like 20 seconds. Get it out of your system. Heckman.
Whoa!
That's a great shot.
Who wants to lead up Charlie?
You got it.
Here, hold on. For the sake of the thumbnail.
Can't see me.
Go green.
Oh, Jesus.
For the sake of the thumbnail, I think this is a perfect shot.
He's at that point.
Are any of you carrying ammo for Cherry or an extra rocket for Lock?
I have a 50-round belt for Cherry. Once we do the reload, I'll kick it
ammo for me.
We might not get a resupply.
With this fucking.
Alright, in that case, you're gonna be Cherry's battle buddy, and Lock, you're gonna be my battle
that's
buddy.
why I had to drop some ammo.
Alright.
Actually, if you're carrying it, then I'm just gonna drop this.
Oh, no. I've only got the 250 gram ones.
Guys, you don't get to switch what you're carrying. Between
I'm
these
just
missions,
dropping
just like the
demo.
zombie missions, we start with what we ended the last mission with. You don't get to fucking pick and choose new shit unless specifically given to us by the Resistance.
I was just gonna drop the demo.
A little boot knife.
Someone in the team with demo.
I've got small demos.
So, Drum Liru said about
All I got is a 1-pounder.
demo in there.
Yeah, I've
for
got
the
the 250
inventory. Should
ones.
we not have grabbed that
Correct.
either?
No, that you can grab.
The Resistance. He can
Okay,
tell you what to grab.
Alright, just making sure.
You ready?
I suppose.
Alright. Well, due to some little complications, I was hoping we'd be able to push west out of Salik. But the Germans have that area locked down pretty tough right now after we destroyed their little prototypes. Nonetheless, I have been pulling most of my forces out of the region within the town of Salik and towards the south because I think we're going to focus more on hitting their logistical infrastructure since they don't seem to really like that. But anyway, on the map right now, I have our little barn marked. I have the warning markers over on the western side. I wouldn't recommend going over there unless you're looking for a fight, but there is a blue marker in Stefanzoek. I'd like you to go over there and clear it out. It's a little refuel and repair station for some of their land vehicles. I have a few contacts within some of the local worker population that handles it. It's relatively light guarded. When I say light guarded this time, I mean more light guarded than that radio station I had you hit last week. After you clear that position out, possibly demolish 1 or 2 of their Vics, And then the fallback point is the green flag, little southeast of that position. There I'll have some resupply for you. Thanks to the radio station, we've been able to go back there and call 2 other airdrops as you guys were taking out the factory, so we are well supplied with some US gear, and we'd like to give that back to you because we have quite a few places we're going to be sabotaging today. So, again, to restate everything, go to the blue marker, kill everything that's holding a gun, blow up a few of their Vics, then get to the flag marker before, well, the Germans respond too harshly and you don't get all killed.
So there's no resistance members at Stefanovic?
There are some civilians wearing worker
Armed
clothes.
resistance, I mean.
No armed resistance, only civilians. Like I said, I'm pulling a lot of my guys out of this area to go to others so we can start expanding further. With the weapons that were dropped, we now have the weaponry and logistical capabilities to do so.
Alright, so that's just straight southeast. We'll keep north of the road in the woods. Or do you guys want to try to stay south of the road in the woods? It looks like the woods are a little thicker on the south side.
One more thing I do want to mention, Captain. If you've noticed, I have some marked patrol routes towards the south. That's going to be some more area we'll be operating after this mission. The more noise we make and the more Germans we kill, the more patrols we're going to have on the map. And soon, it might be ones that I may not even know about. So keep that in mind.
You have us going places and blowing shit up, so we're going to be making noise.
I know, but the longer you stay in those AOs and the more Germans you kill, the more they'll start fortifying the local territory. You get my drift?
Yep.
Good luck. I'll see you at the rendezvous point.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we, what about
And then we just gotta drive out of their view, which I marked some civilians up here to let me know that I'm out of their view. And then all I have to do is get out right here, go back into Zeus, set myself invisible, delete the car. Or actually, I won't
Also,
delete it, I'll just move
flat
to where I need to
ground
go.
up there, but yeah,
We're not going to do the anti-tank rifles this week, by the way. I know I said I would, but I found something even better for employing next week to use them with. So, my apologies there. But I found a better, like when I was spitballing ideas, I found a better way to implement them. So, that'll be next week, though, guaranteed. It's just, with the flow of how I'm trying to do everything to make more logical sense to say, like, you know, this is more of an industrialized quadrant of the map. So, you know, the theme will be to take out a bunch of industrial targets, so to speak. Now, here's the real question. Actually, no, it's not a question. I think I'm just gonna...
Gone. Hammer's AFK for now.
Little forward. Got him.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
We're going to attach ourselves to Brewer for this one. Looks like they're going to choose a wide berth over here. Alright, so I guess they're not going to walk through the sieves. That's fine. Then I'm going to take the Vic. Alright. They're going to walk it. And then probably attack from the north. The only issue is I did have
out a little bit.
I did anticipate a possible northern attack, so I have these guys set up. Otherwise, let's go to our global AI skill and set this real quick. 90, 35. I'm going to bump it up to 60 today. I'm trying to balance the spotting coefficient with these types of trees where
these trees that are 1 o'clock.
you can't really see through them, but the AI can, so it's a bit of a mess. This first little AO, I've got some workers that I'll set to, you know, run away once everything starts. I got some turned over tables and stuff, you know, to add that immersion. And then, you know, small garrison right here. Some Vics to disable. And all of them are locked, so they can't get in. At the vehicle factory itself, these are unlocked, actually, so they could get in it and possibly, you know, wreak havoc. If they so choose. What games would I recommend recently? I haven't really been playing anything but Arma recently. I haven't had that much time to get into Subnautica even, which sucks.
We're just gonna push pretty much direct north up along this MSR here until we hit the OSR that runs easterly. We're gonna move on to the north side of that OSR, stay on that north side until we reach that clump of
So
trees.
Brewer's being the scouting force
on
here.
the far east end of that OSR, and then we'll cut south through that clump of trees.
Sounds great.
Roger that.
All right, let's move.
Just making myself invincible. I forgot to, and I always pay a price when I don't, so yeah. I'm gonna have a civilian car drive by. It's gonna ignore them though. We haven't been they haven't been killing any civilians yet, so the civilian population is still friendly with them and the FIA. But I've got a few factors in the background here where if shit happens, you know, things go poorly. You should unlock one of the 250s. See, when I do these types of campaigns, if I keep the armor unlocked, 9 out of 10 times the player base stays there longer and tries to defend the armor or take the armor out with them, even if I say they need to destroy the objective.
Got a vehicle moving on the fucking OSR or MSR. Turning this way, get low.
And I don't want them to get bogged down on the first objective, because how long they stay in there is going to affect the other 3 objectives. They're going to stay low. I just have the civilian car driving by.
Do not fire at that vehicle unless we have to.
There's a Frenchie.
If I one of them was still like prone or something as he was walking by, I would have given a honk, which he got up, but I would just give him a honk to say hi.
All right, let's move.
Move it.
But if they keep the good behavior that they've been doing, some of the civilians might stop and, you know, give some intel, depending on, you know, where I've quote-unquote sent them from. And that'll also be warning to patrols and checkpoints. And as this campaign gets deeper and deeper, you know, it'll get more and more complex with the civilian integration system. Because, I'll be honest, I'm still fleshing out some parts of it in, you know, the thought process, really. But just more ways to deliver a more
All right, when we get up to this MSR, we're going to
interactive
set up
campaign.
security trooper. I want you covering south. Once we get up here, I'll cover the north. The rest of you guys.
Do I have any more
across.
prototype tanks?
Copy that.
That's one of the side
Off the
overarching objectives with the quote-unquote experimental weaponry, which is basically scripted stuff, but that's been pushed back. Kind of how you'd consider the Avatar project from XCOM 2. If we keep finding and doing events regarding that, you know, it'll keep, you know, not being made. But I'd say in the coming 3 weeks, that's when they'll start getting many more choices of what to do as we expand to other territories. And that'll start really giving them choices to, you know, what to do in the campaign and what they want to achieve out of it. It's just the reason for the delay in total is, A, it's a trial period for them to get used to how Ironfront works and what they need to do, as well as it's giving me more time to flesh everything out itself. So, there's a lot to do here. Was this on the TSB schedule? What's required for it? Greater Fool, I don't just Zeus for TSB, although that's my main homeland. I Zeus stuff for the 506 and 501st. And ever since last June, I was offered to Zeus for the 506 top brass once a week, which was honestly one of my goals, because that's Jester 814 right there, Drumheller. He was one of the reasons I got back into Arma after a year-long break. And one of the goals I put on my YouTube channel when I had like 100 people, 100 subs was, you know, wouldn't it be great if one day I could Zeus for him? And then, boom, it fucking happened. And we've been doing it every week ever
Go ahead
since.
and cross.
Cross.
Hold on the other side. We're going to take up the rear.
So right now we're listening to First Sergeant Brewer. I have myself attached to him for
You
the
guys
first
go ahead
mission.
and move. I don't want you in the rear. You know where we're going.
All right,
since we're
Roger.
navigating.
Abel's taking up security, Baker. Let's move.
And by the way, Abel is the first squad, Baker's the second squad.
Trooper, I want you on the right with the BAR.
Oh, and college is an absolute pain in the
Okay.
ass.
All right, we're going to cut a little bit more easterly here, get on the backside of these trees over here.
But anyway, to go back to what Greater Fool was saying, these types of events, my collab stuff, I don't put them on the TSB schedule because they're not TSB events. TSB events are mainly around the weekends, and it's really Friday through Monday. And then some sign-up stuff on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I take off. I let the other Tier 5s mainly do Zeus stuff, like Thamich's stuff on Thursdays, and Sniper Wolf, Ambiguous, Eander. They, have these other campaigns they like to flesh out when I'm not doing stuff. And I like to give them the opportunity to do Zeus work, because if you get too used to one Zeus, you'll go to other communities and think that's how that one Zeus operates, and it's really not. But with Zeusing, everyone has their own style. Some can be a bit more
Southeast.
difficult to deal with than others, but different styles nonetheless.
What's southeast?
So it looks like they're going to completely flank around and possibly... Let's see, if they're turning southeast from here, they're going to go in this direction. And they might try to hit it from this open
Got a
flank
big
on the
opening up
back,
here. We may cut further northeast.
which would definitely be the best flank to do. But I'm not going to talk about too much about how to really insert into these AOs, because they're going in blind. They're just infantry, no drone, no air support, no nothing. So they just, look at the damn map. All you have is a marker. You don't know where the exact facility is, because that's not going to be marked on the map for obvious reasons. But, something right here. You don't know what it is. You're just told to go break it.
All right, we
So
don't
I
have
guess,
shit
yeah,
to cover
from
out
the
there to
forest over
northeast, so we're
here
gonna
to
have
hit,
make
or
this
from the
work.
south, that would work really well.
All right.
But from the sound of it, they're going to try to hit from the northeast. So again, a bit more of a
We get hit
difficult
from that
vector,
right
but
flank, get
getting
low
that
as quickly
50
as
cal would
possible. This
definitely
grass
help
is
them
fairly
out.
high.
The only issue is attacking from the
Copy
east
that.
or west. I do have these nice little
You hear that, Hannah?
MG42 set up to fuck them up.
Start turning further south.
Yeah,
here,
exactly,
this is gonna
Greater
be our
Fool. Every
turning
Zeus
point.
is like a different dungeon master for
We
Dungeons
use
and
these
Dragons.
trees to our right.
Very good example. Why is everyone so obsessed with the goddamn bicyclists? Don't worry, we're gonna have an op later that involves... Actually, I'm not gonna spoil it yet. Close. No cigar. I didn't say the Germans used 12.7s. I just said they used MG42s. It's 7.62. Yeah, exactly. Did I say 12.7?
OBJ
Ugh,
should be at our 2 o'clock.
that was me being stupid then. My apologies. Oh, I said this was a 50. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, no, that's a 7.62. That's a fucking 42. Whoops. Liru, get your butt in the game. And your head. Germans use 7.92, not 7.62. Alright. It's a machine gun, okay? The player base can get the machine gun. And then kill people with it. Let's go with that. Bicycles and ponies. Yes, Auntie, by the way, next Tuesday is going to be a Starship Trooper op where everyone is ponies. The sign up for
We're
that
setting
and the
up security
mods
here,
will,
we're just crossing.
that'll go up by tomorrow evening, because I still have to coordinate finding that frickin' My Little Pony mod again. I gotta dig for it. Actually, it might still be on my
Alright, this
server
pocket of
somewhere. I'll have
trees
to
at our
check.
12 is going to be our observation point.
We almost got Liru monologuing. Hey
Like our
Liru,
hills
I'm
that are
interested
one.
in getting Arma 3, but I don't know where a newbie like me would start. Any suggestions? I've thought heavily about making a video about all the different Arma 3 communities I know and how a noob would start. It's just you gotta bounce around a lot of places
Like
and
we got
really
some rock
see
walls
where
up
you
here
want to
covering our
go.
meters that are 1.
If I were a guy starting into Arma 3, I would start with the campaign, see if I even like the game, and if I wanted more. And if I like that, I would move on to either Ahoy World or 77th JSOC. They've got some really nice public vanilla servers. That'll give you another taste, and if you like it from there, depending on what you want to play, I'd go with a realism unit, my unit, Star Sim unit. There's a Warhammer 40k unit starting to start. There's Unsung stuff out there, World War II,
Let's
like
go
all
ahead and
this
get low.
dedicated stuff.
Getting close.
It really depends what you want to play. But in order to really get a taste for that scope, you got to do a little bit of research or join a community like mine that does a bunch of different stuff. And, you know, whatever you want to do from there is your choice.
Eyes on German vehicle to our west. Looks like they have a checkpoint.
But I'm going to start locking it up here because they're starting to get in the AO.
Get low right here. Get low. Get low.
They see this little... It's not really a checkpoint, it's more of a stopping point. Oh, you looked and you saw that guy. Come on, don't give me that shit. See, now he's looking up. Everything's normal.
Alright, get a line set up.
We sure? Yeah, everything's normal.
You can push that tree. So I get eyes
If you
on it.
paid me, would you I put down a moss? No. I had to think about that for a
Those of us
second,
on
but
the
no.
left side here, we're gonna try and crawl up to that rock wall at my...
Don't worry, there are
11 o'clock.
tanks in the later objectives, and
Eyes
there
on
are
Shit,
tanks that are
we're
going to
not
show
moving though
up,
until-
but,
Trooper, you give me word when that bar's set up.
you know.
Roger.
How do you join my community? Every Friday, I have a video that comes up, and we talk about recruiting. It comes up Friday morning. We have a
Alright,
Friday
let's crawl to
evening.
that wall. If they engage, Trooper, light them the fuck up.
So they're going to crawl to that little wall right there. You can see them in the distance right there, just barely. They're moving up to right there.
Hey, let them know there's a checkpoint.
Checkpoint over on our right flank. 300 meters.
Straight west.
I always like kind of like looking at these units to see what if they react at all.
150.
And then you see them slowly crawling in position. You got some movement over there too. It's always like little ants
Are they on the road?
focusing on a
Keep
new
an eye on our
objective.
left.
I'm already on it.
Right.
This gun turns towards us.
Shadow, everything's permitted on a Friday op.
They have no idea.
How much is Zeus like being a DM? It's honestly near identical, except instead of pen and paper, you have all of these different tools that you can either, you know, find and download and utilize, or vice versa. Your only
Alpha,
limit
we got base
is
of
Arma
fire.
itself.
Let us know when you're ready to move up.
But if you want to tell a story, there are easily
the facility
tools
that was
usable to
I'm seeing camo net.
tell a
there's
story.
right there to our 240.
Alright, so they're starting to get eyes on their facility here. It's not really a facility, so to speak. It's more of a small R&R
We also
point.
got troops moving
I don't think I
right to
stressed that
left
enough.
in the hole in the fence between the two-story barn and this house at our 10 o'clock.
I think they're talking about that two-man patrol right here. They're
Keep
sighting
an eye
them
on this field.
through that area, and we do have the civs down as well, so they're starting to PID everything,
Wait a
starting to
second
get
here so everyone can catch the breath.
more eyes on. They're going to take a stamina break before
We'll
they
provide
engage.
base of fire, able if you guys move.
Once you find a good spot, get a line of sight on that gun.
Switch to the unit and the gun and light up the tree line. I will do that only if they get spotted, and the spotting coefficient's
a
at
good spot
60%
going
today,
from
which is
here.
still relatively high for day.
Straight up on those buildings.
But they're facing north. This guy's facing northwest, and this guy's more,
That's probably going to be the only option. But you'll
or
have
this
to
is
watch
northwest.
just on the backside of those buildings.
And that's
there are
northeast, my
guys
apologies.
moving back there.
Nah.
But what otherwise what I do is I do a suppressing
Alright.
fire command.
Abel's gonna push up. we're
That
gonna
honestly
crawl
just
up,
makes
they
him
spot
OP
us,
as
light
fuck.
'em up. Once we're over there, I'll fire the first
So they're gonna
shot,
crawl
light
up.
patrol, and then just light up that roadblock.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, Roger.
Yes, you're
Let's go Abel across the street. Yep.
How many civilians will die? We'll have to see.
Baker.
Pretty much when he shoots fucking.
Right now, I'm attached to Brewer, who's, I don't think he's leading one of the companies, but he's definitely the point man of the lead group. Plus he's the first sergeant, so he's like the second
Let us
most
know
important here to
When
drum.
you're ready for us to engage.
Oh, they found
You'll hear my
Solid.
shot.
Peel back a little bit.
Foot mobile movement inside the town, 260.
Yeah, so they're recalling that two-man patrol. That's the only foot mobile movement I have going on here. But again, it's the first objective, and it's supposed to be light.
Back southeast.
But we're going to be very quick to reinforce from this vector over here. Specifically, the units I have placed over there will start running over here when the
Trooper, I want you to
gunshots
work
start.
left to right with the BAR.
Does my community require any DLC? Yes. We at least require Apex. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, in every community I've been probing over the past, like, 4 months, every community has at
If
least
you got the
required
angle, I want you to
Apex.
work right to left with yours.
Roger that.
Some communities more than others. I require it because if you want to do vanilla stuff and we do Tanoa, you're not going to be able to play without Apex, but everything else you'll be able to do.
Hammond, I want you focusing on the driver and
So,
gunner. Yeah,
it's really more of a
driver and
recommendation
gunner for that
nowadays,
vehicle.
actually.
Hammer take the driver, Hammond take the gunner.
We made that rule back when, before Arma 3 included all the Apex assets within the base game for free instead of just the DLC. And that was because some of the map devs had were using Apex assets, but people couldn't play the maps because you required the DLC to play.
Tank to the west. As soon as we engage these guys,
Yeah, so this tank is actually being refueled, but it is definitely an eyepiece because they might think it's crude. Actually, I would probably think it's crude if I saw it in that position.
Sergeant,
But nah, it's just getting refueled right here.
If there's targets in that opening to our 265, 263, I'm just gonna. I'll
You found a mod where you can play as a goat in Arma. God damn it!
Hey, boss, after when we hit these guys, where do you want us to move, West?
Please, God, no.
Oh, we're gonna push direct south. And,
so here's how this is gonna play out after the first
west-southwest
shot. I'm gonna
towards
take
our
all the
buildings where
civilians
Abel's
and they are
currently
going to sprint. They're gonna book it south to get out of the firing line. After I'm done with all of that, I'm gonna take all these reinforcements and have them book it here with all deliberate
got a
speed.
possible tank to the west, so I do not want to be pushing through that open field.
Fuck no. What's up?
That barn to the right of the checkpoint.
Yep.
Keep eyes on those.
Can I post it in chat? Sure, Jordan.
That could have been something in front
I'll probably have to take a look at that later. Oh!
There we go, light them up.
Gunners down. Alright, get down.
Alright, checkpoint's clear. Stand by to move.
Shot somewhere.
Let's get these civs out. I think that's coming from...
No eyes.
No, I don't have anyone in that top window.
Yep, Able vacated. Let's move, southwest, southwest.
Moving on you.
I got a fucking 42 down there.
So we have 2 machine gunners right here. So again, running these workers out. I just had to tab him in because he didn't seem to want to run out of there.
Tank, Hammond, Hammond,
One
on me,
second,
right
I
here.
think I got an eye
Eyes on
on,
ice.
Smoke that motherfucker.
Fuck me. Yeah, I'm not sure how.
You're clear.
Shooting.
Hold on, wait.
They actually got it.
Hit. Alright, let's move west. Let's move west along this fence. We're gonna take the right flank.
Civilians.
Setting up security here across.
Moving. Taking the right side of the building.
I get the left.
And this guy's also having a bit of trouble. These panic civs, man, their AI is so fucking
Building's
retarded.
right, peeking. Clear, alright.
Crossing.
Oh my god. Bro, just...
Alright, Roger. We're gonna have to hold this spot down for the other team, so we gotta hold this right flank for them. Yeah, take this 20 with the bar. Get low, please.
Yep.
Alright, that Vic's on the way. Guys, all deliberate speed, come on.
Yep.
Was it
That's
cook-off,
from
maybe?
straight south.
I think
Yeah, it
it's
might be
cook-off.
cook-off.
It was too light.
Alright, anybody got eyes on fucking Ava or Charlie?
Yeah, right ahead.
Alright, let me know when they get to those walls, because we're gonna go in behind.
Oh, I tried to get in that MG, but I couldn't turn enough to the right.
Alright, crossing.
Oh, we
Probably
missed it.
second.
Last man.
Move it.
God damn it. All right, at least they're pulling good 360. That's a good sign.
Yep, pushing in.
Pushing over.
Should already be cleared.
Gotta get him. We gotta step south though somehow. So
Yeah,
we can get over there.
push by Charlie here. Push by
Send
Charlie.
these
We're
guys
moving
out. We got that
Charlie.
112 coming over.
Yeah, crossing
Plus in
Aldridge.
front of you, Aldridge.
Fuck.
Get
Behind it.
Let's go, Baker. We're clearing that out.
We got someone
Baker,
down
get
here.
over there and clear it. I got Hammond. I got Hammond.
He's up. He's
I'm
up.
good,
He's
I'm
up.
up.
All right, let's go. Where we
Let's
going?
go.
Push up.
Actually, hold here. Hold here. Abel's on it. Abel's on it.
All right, so these AI are being slow as
There's a wall.
shit.
Vic coming
Yep.
in
Let's
fast.
get to that. Let's get to those
West,
next
west,
buildings.
right.
Vehicle coming to our west, down the MSR.
Shit. Move.
Wow, its cannon is literally pointed the wrong way.
That was close.
And it's the boom.
That was very close.
You all
All
right,
right,
guys?
Baker. Let's get set up here. I want that bar covering this road.
Fuck me.
What was that?
It's the backblast, or not the backblast, the fucking shrapnel.
Let's see. Let's get an AT
All right.
squad going here.
Let's make the best of this situation.
Where is an open?
How about right here?
Try to set this car up.
Yeah, I'm holding this. I'm holding the road. I'm locking down the road here.
Gonna delete the hidden civilians.
Let them know I got this road locked down.
All right. We haven't cleared any of these buildings, so keep an eye on these windows.
So we have foot mobiles running.
Do it.
They're getting controlled debt on the rest of these things.
Move up if you want.
At least I'm hoping they are.
You guys clear that.
We're good.
That might be it.
Good?
Checking this little building.
Think this door will protect me?
We got demo planted on everything. Let's just get out of
Building's
here.
clear.
We need to push
All right.
along this road, this main road right here.
All right, Baker, let's go.
So southeast along this road.
On me, Baker.
Moving.
We got defilade right here along the road.
I think that was cook-off.
Shit, we got a German vehicle down the road, Troops dismounting from the truck, get in this hole.
What's down the road? I see him. Oh, get him, light him up.
Hit him.
On your left hand.
Try to get the car to send back.
If he gets
Well, they got mowed the fuck down.
Keep it up.
Trying to have these guys fucking book it. They're taking rather long.
Stand by to move. We're gonna peel left.
And they're still
Start
pulling
peeling,
rear
peel
security.
left, Peel left.
Peeling left.
Go, I got you.
Move it.
Going.
Healing.
Ouch.
Additional
Dude, I
fire.
got
130.
Yeah, Zeus saying one of the biggest things you gotta worry about is
Charge.
shit that breaks mid off is a pain in the ass.
All right, Hammer, you got point. Keep us moving parallel along this road.
All right.
So I'm gonna vary these up. So now I'm going to set myself up here. To meet them over at the next objective. And of course we have all of this lovely resupply gear from the airdrops, so to speak. Absolutely lovely. But this is the only resupply they get today, and they still have 2 other objectives to do.
Yeah, the fucking opportunity to.
How many Zeuses are usually on a single mission? Normally just 1. When you start getting into like 50, 60 person missions, you usually start seeing 2, possibly even 3 Zeuses. And then for some stuff like on the 501st Fun Ops, which is the Star Wars stuff I've been doing occasionally, we can get 2 or 3 Zeuses for an op with like up to 8 people. It really just depends who wants to do what. But that was a flawless first mission done before the QRF even got there, but there will be more. So the next mission is going to be simple. They have 2 places. They only have to hit one of them. If they hit both, that'll help them out. That's more charges going off. So yeah, that also fucks up the fuel reserve. It got the fuel truck. The charges can't actually blow up the fuel depot, but they blew that stuff up, so that's also going to be counted. But there's 2 facilities. They can choose one to destroy. Well, it's entirely up to them.
Shall we?
I'm happy I wasn't shot. Once again, I reinforce my statements of you Americans always know how to make an entrance. Anyway, we should probably move quickly. The Germans will be all over our position probably about 20 minutes tops, but if you need a resupply, follow me.
Never mind, I'm good. Charlie, hold up. Wait till.
I'll be having my boys move this stuff out in about 10 minutes, so take what you need, especially the explosives.
Move in here and resupply.
Yeah, there is. Stand by.
Charlie, let's get on this western flank. Make sure.
Captain, I'm going to take your map and start marking your next objective.
Trenches down to give us a little bit more of a barricade.
Given a light accent.
We'll be fine.
Dual Zeusing is fucking awesome, though. Holy crap. It's the stuff you can make and the focus you can put on roleplay with Dual Zeusing is really, really cool.
That box of bazooka? If you could, okay.
Just trying to.
There's, yeah, a flamethrower, an additional bazooka in here.
How many rockets you got now, Aldridge?
2.
But I learned my lesson from the boxes glitching out last time. I've got like 20 different copies.
Carbine mags in any of these?
Alright.
Check the lefternmost box. Yeah, so I have multiple copies of them in case they glitch out.
You guys see any AT grenades in here?
Let's go.
What? No, I want them.
Not yet.
Tom's 30 seconds.
Got it.
Yeah, we tried to get a shipment of those, and the box exploded when it hit the ground. We're gonna look for a different solution to get more,
That's what I
fragmentation-based explosives that can take out entire tanks, in a different method.
Well, there's no M1 carbine mags in here, so... Once you're done resupply, get out so the next team can come in and resupply.
Drum, the ones that say 15 rounds on them on the far left, they're heavy as fuck and they take up a lot of space, but they will work in your carbine.
Close enough to see the bend.
I forgot the fucking, it's because he's using a specific one.
What you can.
Alright, go resupply.
I'm repacking.
Make this fast.
Oh, that was fast. Still have 17 mags, I think I'll be okay.
I do also want to say, guys, this is the only resupply we're probably going to be able to get you for the next 2 missions, so make it count.
Be right back.
Shit.
Fuck.
Anyway, where is your captain?
Should be outside.
Should be
Okay.
outside. Burr, could you carry a rocket for me? They're not.
Where is your captain?
If I can find it.
Hey, Cap. So.
I think he's taking a piss.
Oh, I didn't mean to look.
Against the wall.
I did not mean to look. I do apologize.
Yeah.
They're in this box over here, far right.
Yeah, I saw. I guess.
Not seeing any grenades.
Oh, did you back?
No.
Yeah,
Not
far
even-
right.
not
Oh,
even
there we go.
medical.
As I told Abel for the AT grenades, we tried to get a shipment in, but the box exploded when it hit the ground, so unfortunately, we don't have any for you at this time.
Yeah, these things are giant. I can't.
I'm not seeing any fucking bazooka rounds.
Also, I would keep explosives for 2 different objectives. This is the only resupply you guys are going to get till, well, I see you in probably 2 other iterations.
I got a round for you, Hammond.
Alright, what's our next objective?
Alright, Cap.
Beautiful.
Here's the deal. If you open your map, I have marked 3 more things with some flag markers. A blue flag with a 1 next to it, a blue flag with a 2 next to it, and a green flag behind the second patrolled routes that we know about. Blue Flag 1 is a logistical depot. It has both a combination of ammo and food and other supplies that the German troops are using to distribute to their men. Hitting one of these depots would severely cripple the amount of infantry that they're able to send to provide QRF as well as station in future operations.
Anybody see Thompson ammo?
The flag marked 2 is one of their vehicle creation facilities. Manufacturing would be a better word. But they produce both planes, tanks, and other land vehicles at that facility. If you were to go there and blow up every vehicle that you saw, that would also damage the repair equipment, and you would see less German vehicles and planes within the AOs. I doubt you'll be able to hit both before the Germans fully reinforce the area, but you are certainly allowed to try. But regardless, once you've done one of them and blown them to high hell, the fallback point is to the south, and I will meet you there.
Green flag is fallback point.
Correct.
Alright, how much ammo did you manage to scrounge up?
20 extra.
What are the patrols on those 2 patrol routes like? Are they just infantry or what?
The one closest to us, we were told was a 10-man patrol, and the one furthest from us that's near the fallback point is only a 4-man machine gun patrol.
I'm gonna just check.
I didn't see
Okay.
any carbine.
It should
There's no
be.
more bar ammo.
It should be easy to push past
You got the
without getting
last?
detected.
Yeah.
Did you see any carbine mags?
Okay, 'cause
I assume they're probably gonna respond once we hit one of the depots there.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I grabbed it too, and I left some for them.
All right. Team leads on me.
I was gonna rob them.
All right, thanks.
Shoulda.
Who was looking for carbine mags?
We got it.
Me.
Got them? These the right ones?
Alright, well I got 12.
Somehow get past this patrol. Without
Nope.
learning
Alright.
them.
Alright, go see drum.
So my car's coming up. I'm gonna move some of these infantry back so they're not shot at as they come in. That would be awkward.
Alright, so we have a potential 2-part mission, but we're only doing 1 part of it. If you look to our southwest from our location, on my map here, flag marker 1 and flag marker 2. Flag marker 1 is basically an infantry supply station. Flag marker 2 is a vehicle repair and resupply station. We only are going to have enough time to hit one of them.
Audible Vic North! Audible Vic North! Vic North!
Ah, shit. Don't worry, those are my guys.
Oh, that means patrols around the corner.
Baker, fan yourselves out.
You want us to go help them, or you want us to leave?
We got it. You guys get the fuck out of here.
Baker, stand by to move.
Routed.
Where the hell is my backup?
Yeah, straight south into those trees.
Charlie, we're moving.
Moving!
So we can't actually like drag these boxes, and we can't load them because they're too far. So this is to kind of kick them in the boot so they, you know, keep moving.
Trees, then we'll cross.
Yeah, I was just peeking. Just
Run
see
down
where
on
that
our.
shot-
I don't know why one of my fucking guys ran out over there. But that'll give him a move on. Now let's listen to Drum for this second mission. He's over here. The trick now is to find the vector he's going to.
Actually, I got a field door right.
Put myself right there in front of him.
Alright, I don't know if
Go, you stupid little sieve. Oh, he's an FIA member, but still.
Do we know what the second objective is?
So this patrol is currently going to the left side of the road, so
Get
that
up
leaves
here
that
into these
entire
trees.
thing
I
clear.
fucked up on where we were on the map. We need to change our route.
Their route is actually still good, but depending on which one they want to go to.
Get Charlie team lead over here on me. Burrow, where you at?
Right here.
Charlie, find some cover. Make it your home for a little bit.
Covering your guys, right?
Now, so what I'm going
Right.
to do...
I thought we were here. So I thought we were moving down this way. We're actually
Not
here.
seeing your mark.
Actually, right
Yeah.
now we're here.
Yeah,
You're not seeing them?
I am now.
Okay, we're here.
Yeah, I
So
knew, yeah.
we can try to push this way, but that's going to bring us too close to this objective.
Oh, is that not the one we're taking?
No, we're hitting this one. We're hitting this one. That's the vehicle resupply.
the vehicle drive behind him.
Roger.
So, do you want to... We could push this way and then down and wait for that patrol to go across. And then try to make it across there. Or maybe across there and down.
Because the background is, you know, I'm driving
think that's gonna be our
forward
best
ahead of
bet,
those
is pretty
objectives
much
and
push
coordinating the French
west from
resistance.
here and come down that way.
Alright.
Do we want to ambush the patrol and just get it
No.
out of our way? No.
No, because if we ambush the patrol, those other two rearm stations are going to know we're coming.
Yeah, we want to get through this
It's a
without
vehicle.
engaging them.
Civilian vehicle. Alright, so go ahead and take point. Bring us west and then to the
So far, so good.
Roger.
How much ammo do you guys have left?
We got plenty.
Not ammo, sorry, debt. Because we
Hammer,
need
how
to
much
blow up a
ammo?
lot of stuff there.
I got one in my pack.
Charlie's still got
One
one
pounder.
pound.
So I do like using the IDAP assets for this
Hopefully they
logistical
have
stuff.
some. Alright, let's move.
We got Germans coming in northwest.
How far?
They're a couple hundred meters out. They're going towards the fucking idiots.
300 meters out.
Alright,
300
let's
meters
go.
Fucking
Northwest,
idiots,
we
that's
need to move
cute.
quick.
We're heading west.
Well,
Shit. Well, so much for that.
go,
Get
go,
across
go,
this
go,
field.
go.
Just keep moving.
alright, Abel, push out on the left flank.
Copy, left flank.
So I don't want them to actually engage.
They're up on the road right now. I can see 'em. No, they're close to fucking-
Ah, thank you, Drakovich, but I can clean up my own messes.
Charlie, bring your hand left.
It was probably a booby trap, if I had to guess.
At least Drum was able to do that. He was able to know, perceive what I did. So I always love it when I attach and I actually hear them be able to know what I did. It just gives me that extra level of satisfaction as a Zeus to know that, you know, they understand the background. It gives that little added, you know, immersion.
Not really, but we don't have much fucking concealment out here.
I got eyes on the patrol far west.
Far west, are they moving away?
Moving away.
All right, if they're far west and they're moving away now.
So I think they got eyes on that patrol. They probably saw it with binoculars through that open vector right there, just, you know, through the trees and everything. But, yep, now would be the time to cross since that patrol's all the way over there. Good for you, Clay. I hope it does well. Yeah, imagine the sanitation group that had to clean those bodies up. Ugh. But I'm trying to give the cue of the Polish guy is, like, you know, organized, resourceful, and trustworthy compared to the last character they had to deal with, which was the doctor, who was resourceful, batshit insane, and not trustworthy at all.
Yeah, fucking silly ducks.
So I got that car to mark the position there and the flag, and then the third mission will be hitting that facility. So I actually don't know which one they're gonna hit, and they don't have any lines drawn.
On that town to our 12 o'clock.
So I'm attached, so I can't actually move, but like this is the angle I'm attached to right now, because you know I'm hugging his butt right now. But it's actually a nice angle to see from a cinematic perspective.
As soon as we get into these trees, get low.
Copy that.
These guys charging right through the field.
We need to push across this line of trees out to the west.
Be sure to say no homo. They're gonna attack the vehicle bay. Alright. Thanks, Pat. Let's go back in the Zeus interface and check that out a bit more then.
What ravine?
Right in front of us.
Why is there a Polish guy? So the lore behind the Polish guy is
Until we're in it.
he was on the front lines of Poland during the Blitzkrieg and survived. He's a corporal. And he then fled with a lot of refugees and somehow found his way in France in the heat of the French being blitzkrieged. So instead of falling back again, he decided to take up arms with the French resistance. And since he has experience leading some people as a corporal, they elevated him, since most of the French resistance in this sector are civilians, because a lot of the army guys are quote-unquote captured right now or working covert for the British. You know, he's just in charge of this sector. And he's doing his best with what resources he has. But in order to keep the front up, he was given the 506 detachment. We're going to meet up with him to assist him, so, you know, to cause maximum damage to the Germans in this region. And yes, officially, if we're getting technical, this map is the Strasov Poland map, but it's the biggest one I've got to, you know, do something like this. Because it's a 20 by 20 map. It's the it's nice countryside. So it'll let us do a long campaign here until they get bored of Ironfront. We move on, hopefully back to, like, you know, simple Milsim stuff.
Oh,
In their tongue.
technically no one spotted it yet. But we can hear something.
Yeah, I can do that. Sai, thanks for the $25 spot. And yeah, we'll do an artillery barrage in the distance.
Cherry, take that left.
Because there's other French resistance operations. When they get there, I'll say we had some guys operating in the forest and they got fucking artillery to hell.
Hammer, you got an idea of when to turn us south?
Come on. Come on, who is that on the other side? Let's go.
Yeah, that's definitely audible from there. But good call, Sai. We can then work that in. Just to show how, you know, the French resistance is getting their butts kicked around here.
Human.
Yep, I'm moving.
A lot of people started watching around Trump's Wall. That's where I went from 100 subs to over 10,000 in less than 7 days. It's what put me on the map. And even though, in my opinion, that op was a total clusterfuck and was just, like, you know, good concept, everything else was bad, you know. whatever works, right? And then I'll be the last barrage. But again, good call, Sai. Thanks for that. Get a gun run too. I don't think. Do the planes work with the gun runs? I don't think so. But yeah, the first time loading, it always does that. Yeah, they're not built into the actual gun run stuff yet. That's all modern stuff within the 506 pack. So everything I have to do with planes, I have to do manually. But I also have to be careful with remote controlling planes. Because when I get out of remote control, they stay in the sky in a static position till the AI then takes over again. If you notice that that's me going in and out of TFAR because I'm lagging every time I go in and out of a Zeus unit.
Charlie slowed up a bit.
So in that like interval
Charlie,
of
get back on
time,
the left flank.
the plane would just stay in the sky. So what I'd have to do is I'd do my gun stuff and then I'd drive off,
What if we,
preferably behind a mountain or something, out of their
yeah,
view,
we're
and then
still
I'd
not
get
gonna
out
have
of
any
it.
better of approach if we push further west.
But let's look at the
That's what
vehicle
we do,
convoy in some more
direct,
detail. It has the
south-southwest.
Tiger tank, which is a bit more difficult.
Really, pretty much our best approach, even if we push farther west.
It's got
we won't
all
have
this stuff, but
any more
the
cover.
difference is you can actually get into it.
See a little bit of defilade over there.
Yeah,
And I got
we
them
might
working
be
on
able
different
to-
prototypes.
Road.
If we push over there, we might be able to push up on those.
I forgot to
buildings
mention
that
there's
are
no
at,
civilians, but I think they'll
230
figure
pretty
that out.
much, and at least get us some hard cover.
And the
once we get
barracks is a
close.
little empty.
Or we could push up from here and use the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
But now that I know what they're going for.
Let me see.
Able, spread out more to the right flank.
Point it out for me. Oh,
Moving.
shit.
Alright, so.
Fucking tiger.
Oh yeah.
Yep, definite tiger in the compound.
We got a little bit of defilade
Right at
from
the
here because it goes down a little bit in front of us.
Eyes
It goes
on
up
it.
here, down a little bit in
See
front of
it?
us. Is it moving? This is an
No,
armor
No.
depot, so it's gonna have multiple pieces of armor.
Yeah.
it's stationary right now, just to the left of the White House, in front of the flag.
What was that? I saw the flag
I
a
can
second ago.
just see the turret sticking up over the fence.
Yeah.
If you shift left a little bit, you'll see the whole front of it.
I can see.
I will say this campaign has been a bit
Alright, looks
challenging
like it's
for
got a
me
high
because
wall
I've
all
had to
around We might want to move
make
over
all
there,
this custom
try to
stuff.
attack from there.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a
we
pain
hit
in the
from
butt.
this side, the tank's already in position to engage.
Forced
us.
me
Yeah,
to
we started
use
with
less
a lot of
templates and
flanking.
more, you
Yeah,
know,
and that stuff from the other depot
build
isn't
what I
gonna
see is good.
be
Yeah,
on
it's
either
gotta go
side of us.
through-
So
yeah, it's
go
gotta
ahead.
through there to get to us.
Go ahead and keep moving west. Take us west and see if you can find a spot for us to move south where we have a good approach.
Go, Baker. We're moving west.
And I
We're
have
back
this
down
little
in the
machine gun
defilade.
turret right here. This is gonna
Moving.
murder people if they go through the obvious front entrance.
We got this.
And they got little grenades on standby, ready to go. I got another machine gunner back here, ready to hit that left flank if need be.
Alright, let them get their spacing and then move.
Do you know the best tank in that time? Well, I prefer King Tigers, but there's probably even a better tank than the King Tiger. I don't know.
Go.
Moving.
The European theater of war isn't my strong suit. That's actually more my brother's strong suit. I prefer the Pacific. All the aircrafts. That's my niche. I'm gonna be honest. This is a difficult area to hit because all around it is literally open. There's no obvious defilade. There's only a few buildings that you can stack up behind, but that doesn't work too well when there's a frickin' tank with HE rounds. This is one where you gotta use a lot of smoke to get up there, but I remember them saying earlier that they were low on smoke, so
Alright.
it's gonna be
Cross.
tough.
Moving.
Crossing.
So it's good that they're crossing now, because that two-man patrol's on the other side right here. Whether or not they're timing that specifically or not is anyone's guess.
Crossing.
I mean, yeah, there's a fair amount of concealment, but does a concealment stop a frickin' MG42 firing 7.92 at your face? Not really. Do some island attack ops. It's all on the to-do list. But there's only so much time in the week, guys. Trust me, if I could do Arma stuff full-time, I would, but
Well, if these stone walls keep up,
unfortunately,
we'll have decent
I can't.
positioning at least.
How you feeling, Hammond? Yeah, I know you're
Baker team, how many E-tools do you guys have?
How many tools we got, Baker?
There are some walls. Some of them have E-tools.
Abel, how many do you guys have?
I do not have one.
Dell's got one.
Okay, I've got one.
I know I added it to their base kits, or at least I thought I did.
Shit, I lost eyes on them.
But that can be another mission. They gotta go get E-tools. But, I mean, the AOs themselves aren't that challenging. Especially with these, I don't like to pack them with infantry true, because, you know, because this is like a new area, something completely custom. I don't want them to get lost in it too much. Especially these back areas over here. I want it to, this is more of a campaign where QRF's really going to be what makes or breaks people. Especially with this patrol, it's going to come running down if it's in the proper position. And then, of course, I'll be sending this tank and this two-man team over, but, and this two-man sentry over, but I'll keep the guys in the compound itself.
Liru, I want my goat back.
And then I'll just start calling random intervals here.
And we're pretty much straight shot east.
We tried hedgerow fighting to simulate Normandy. It's tough to make. Or at least seawall stuff, to make, like, hedges and stuff.
We'll try to keep it silent. Once the team bounds about 50 meters forward.
Another thing is, this is like deep within France,
Get behind it,
allegedly,
and
so
then
having
down.
those types of fortifications shouldn't be common to see.
Well, until we become under fire, then we fight from the trenches.
At least until when we start getting... Because the last area I have, this will be more fortified, because this would have actually been like some war area, but it's a difficult question, because it's all also the balance of how much stuff you can put within your AO before frames start dying. And that's no fun. But added stuff like that we'll definitely see in some future missions,
Alright,
especially
Abel,
the quote-unquote
let's go. Let's go for the right
storyboard-based missions, but until then. Yeah, no limits of letters you can use, right? Have I played Men at War Assault Squad 2? Yes. And if they had the movement system of the Arma 3 AI, I would have literally broken one of my fucking monitors. But then again, some of the movement that they do sometimes do to get around stuff is a little annoying, because then they step on mines and I still get angry. Yeah, and then they sometimes disobey the scripts. The movement system's good, it's just... Especially like the 4th mission in the campaign where you have a very small amount of units to work with, I've had some annoying little glitches here and there, but other than that, it's definitely not as bad as Arma's. Good God, no. How do I make all my factions available in the Zeus interface? Either have a script run that for you, which I do for my vanilla stuff. There's an ACE module that lets you do a check mark, or you can, let's see, Zeus. Add objects to Zeus interface, and then you can set it by module, units, whatever. And you can, there's 3 different methods to do it. Oh, if you think your English is bad, mine is broken as hell. Alright, so Drum's digging some trenches here. So they're gonna make their own cover.
Fallback position if we need to is not necessarily a good fighting position.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
That's gonna be their fallback position. They're gonna dig trenches.
Second one, or you just want the one?
At least they're
This
attacking
one,
in
we're
the
gonna push
opposite
forward
direction of
and
the
we're gonna
tank,
dig
which is
another
good.
one.
Copy.
So get low.
Why is it
Start
just
pushing forward
1080
again.
60 source? I don't know. That's what I stream it at, but Twitch should allow you to downgrade the option. If it doesn't, then that's Twitch's problem. Because that's their job.
Where did Baker go? Did anyone see? Are they pushing east along the tree
They're
line?
left to our northeast.
I am never comparing handwriting to
Crawl- alright,
anyone.
let's- instead
I
of-
have the
instead of
worst.
crawling across this
Easy
open
as
area,
that.
let's push up behind them and dig another trench.
What
in the
Zeus
direction
mods I
they're
have,
going.
it's only Achilles. For mission templates, I also use ZEC, and that's for actual building templates and stuff that I can pick apart and make different things from. And I also use 3D and Enhanced. So where's that 2-man patrol? It's over here.
Oh,
So it's
this
going
would
to
be a
start
good spot
patrolling
for
on their
them.
side. And looks like Drum's found a better spot where he might start digging a trench.
Yeah, team on the road. East, southeast.
I want to see if those two guys go guns up here, because then that tank's going to turn around. But if they get a direct hit on the
Let 'em go
back,
past
especially
if
where
you can.
the fuel's stored back here and the ammo, I will insta-kill that, because normally the Tiger takes 2 AT hits. They're going to use 2 rounds on that tank, just in case one of them misses. That's good.
What are we calling that?
I don't fucking know. 150? I don't know.
Side for a near finale when they're with the French resistance, repelling a German assault, then the US 4th rolls in. No spoilers. I've got some elements like that in the campaign, but again, when we start getting some missions where they'll choose option A or B and the butterfly effect really starts going, we'll start seeing stuff like that. Jacob, I want to do a French resistance campaign like that. It's just, I don't...
Get ready to light up all that info.
Every time either Sniper Wolf or I have tried to do something like that for TSB, it's not worked too well. We have something like that working for Taviana right now, and I do have an intention to use it for my Green 4 rotation to do a French resistance campaign. It's just, it's difficult with my player base. I want to do it, but it's difficult.
Copy.
Get your bazooka out in case you need a backup shot.
They both went way over. They both missed.
I don't even see where their rounds impacted at.
Low is that one.
It's moving.
There they go. It's on the front now. They're dismounting. They detractor. Those first 2 went way over. That one went way over.
I love you, Cherry, but that bar sounds way better than your 1919. All right. Let's cover them as they move up.
Copy.
Take our guy, get him shot,
So they're having this force push in, mainly Drums on the support side. They're staying back to cover. Send this other group over. And I have timers going off on my head and my phone. And that's where reinforcements will start coming.
Cherry, let me know you need that belt.
So we're hearing some click-offs here. I think that's from the guy on the second story up here, getting a firing angle.
Right, when we push across,
Nope,
we're
not
push
yet.
that white building.
Copy.
Roger.
Troopers expose himself. Hammond
Can't
gets
see
in
what
the
that is
building.
shooting. All right, since we can't see anything from here, let's go ahead and push. Ready to throw
Move it.
smoke if we get shot at.
I only have orange.
All right, then don't throw anything. All right, they're
There
pushing
it
to
is.
our right, so keep pushing right. We'll go in. We'll go in from over there on that right side.
Got that machine gun firing.
Opening.
Abel's pushing from the right.
Good.
Alright, spawn units. I'm going to have reinforcements start coming from the south.
Door's locked.
Throwing a grenade over.
Blue 4.
Charlie, keep pushing up. Get on that wall.
Yeah. 10-man.
Whoa, shit.
Up top, up top.
Not an ambulance. An open. Yep. Oh, fuck. It only spawned a 3-man. God damn it.
Reloading. We're gonna push across this open hole.
We'll get back in the fight in a second. Boom. That'll come up to there. We have the tank coming. It's picking the open field. I hope one of them's watching right, because otherwise they're gonna get...
Fast.
Alright, friendly's in there. I'm going in.
Oh, he's caught reloading.
Let's move in and clear out this barracks.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. And they shot him just as he finished the reload.
Shack is clear.
So they're in. Tanks coming up. Infantry reinforcements coming over. And that car is also starting to come up.
Keep pushing through this motor pool area. Do any of these things have guns up on them?
Jerry, you got me? Lock, let's push it.
Ooh, nasty grenade throw. Got him through the shed.
I hear him.
Yeah.
Dick.
Opening door, clearing hallway.
Discard.
Two's ready.
So I'm not sure if he's gonna cut through on the left right here.
Through the windows.
We might be going to that one instead. I might have set the wrong one. Oh, I set him to random. That's why I didn't even set it properly.
Machine gun.
Copy.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. There's the tank. Hit right in the ass.
Alright, I'm going in from here.
Copy that, push the cherry.
Right.
Go left.
Right's clear.
Clear.
Opening.
Keep pushing.
Cherry's probably helping clear.
Friendlies.
Clearing left.
Now they're throwing grenades around it. These reinforcements are coming in.
It's clear. All these
Next
right
one.
side rooms are clear.
Going left.
Going upstairs.
Trying to send these infantry in.
Right hall's clear. Left hall's clear.
My team's going right.
Have another group start coming in.
This room's clear. I'm clearing out the balcony.
Left clear. Clear.
Munston's on the back of this car firing rifle shots.
Alright, the balcony's clear on this side.
Clear.
Going
Let's
fast.
see.
Next
So in this
Moving
one, we're
left.
gonna have north instead.
one. Going in.
Clear.
Going clear.
Alright, this building is clear.
I'm actually gonna delete that group and let them come from the north. I want to give them an obvious area to escape.
From us, east, straight east, about 100 meters. It might be. It looks like it's tracked.
So I'm wondering where they put their charges.
Alright, Able team. Let's keep pushing east through the compound.
Copy that. Jerry, with me.
Oh yeah, meanwhile, their resupply, their respawn point, none of them have been dying, so I haven't had to update it, which is always nice to see.
Back here in the compound.
Clear.
Probably still in the compound.
Delete some of the stuff so the fervor performs a
We're
bit
coming
better.
right now.
They just hopped into the
Alright.
compound.
All we need to do
Truck
is
coming
get
down
that
the
demo
road.
planted
Truck
and
coming
get
down
out
the
of
road.
here.
Armored or
Alright.
not armored?
Not armored.
You need to go. You're done.
Direct east, down the road.
Oh, eyes on.
How many charges?
Because you're making them freak out, but you redeployed your reinforcements.
Alright, let's put it right here in between these two.
That's B. Trooper's got one.
SDK.
Damn, they domed him in the head.
Trooper's up over there on that half track, Hammer.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get Trooper.
Clear miss with that AT grenade. Ouch.
Alright.
Is this thing fueled and ready to go?
Let's see. Let's have them attack from the west. We're not going to throw King Tiger at him yet, but it's starting to get there.
Over there. Up the left a little bit.
Up here, keep coming to me. Come on this street.
Reader just right on the wall.
This stuff is fueled and ready to fire. We can do all this stuff with it.
We got a
Plant
one.
demo over here.
We got a 1 pound charge already going on it. We got 2 minutes to get out of here.
They're getting themselves 2 minutes.
Charlie's to the east.
Also, by the way, I'll let the stream decide who we're going to follow for the third mission, who I'll attach myself to and will listen to locally. We got a lot of different people.
North?
We can do stuff. North isn't a good idea because I just deployed a squad in that direction.
Let's go! Turn around, let's go!
Got it, alright. Charlie, we're getting out of here.
So I'm going to deploy guys by ground.
No, they're still in the compound, I believe.
Yeah.
There's Arma.
So they're going to displace north. That's where I just had a team come over. I got another one going.
Watch your right.
So we'll see what they sabotage. I'm gonna quickly see if I can
We gotta keep moving. Where the fuck's Baker?
Start pushing west!
yeah, there's contacts everywhere they go.
Where's Baker team?
Munson's good.
Hope they get out of here before that next group of infantry, though. It looks like they'll be able to kill everyone off before they move in.
Contact behind us. Thompson Mags.
Whoo! Arma physics!
Where's Baker team?
Over that way.
Coming.
Always love that.
They're flanking on the east from that squad out there, so they're coming back.
All right.
Hop the fence.
We need to be moving southwest from here. However, if
Roger.
we achieve that, I don't care, but we need to go southwest.
Let's go, Baker, southwest.
Let's do it.
Southwest, Charlie. Newman, where you
Let's
at?
light a fire under their ass, shall we?
Pick up a fucking ground weapon.
All right, Abel, let Baker get out.
Is everybody
so
at
we're not
Baker
all
accounted
bunched
for?
up. 'Cause we're
Yeah.
badly bunched up right now.
Let's go, Heckman, pick it up.
Abel on me.
On you.
They're moving ASAP. I think they're going to be able to get away in time. The only issue is they're moving right to the third objective.
Anybody see Locke? Oh, there it is. Jerry, I guess who I was asking.
And I think one of them just mentioned that compound over there. That car's gotten back in time. King Tigers are slow, so yeah, they're definitely going to be able to pull out before that or the infantry get here. Though using this open field, the infantry...
Right here.
Excuse me. Infantry might be able to get them. So I am going to line
Others, we're over here.
a four-man team over at the front of this for some added defense. They're still moving. Navico right there to cut off any retreat from that direction. Infantry also starting to come in. So yeah, if they start engaging this, I'll probably, I'll have to unremote and come over from the south and say, okay, whoa, we got a little ahead of ourselves. Here's the deal. Blow up this. And then meet me over at the final compound.
Yeah, he's way far.
What are you guys looking at?
Sniper.
The guy out there on the tower, we don't need to engage him. We can push north from here, get on the backside of those trees, and then continue pushing west.
North,
Here, I've got an idea.
west.
Because we'll keep the ball rolling.
Where the fuck is it we're moving to? We're trying to get to.
120874.
Fuck, do you have any AT left?
I have one rocket left.
Monsieurs, do not shoot. Do not shoot.
Hey,
Frenchies.
Bonjour,
we gotta snipe
Anglais.
them down, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm from the Polish man. I was in charge of watching you guys to see where you fell back just in case we had an opportunity, which it appears we do. Where is your captain?
She's over there to the north.
Hey, cat.
Got it.
Right here.
I called it 200.
Never mind. Yeah.
Baker, push out like 50 or 100 more meters south.
So-
Captain, do you see those two towers over there?
Yes.
The objective my boss was going to give you was to destroy them after you made it to the rendezvous point, but he told me just in case you dilly-dallied over here already, we could just take them out and then meet you at the secondary fallback points. If you could open your map for a second.
Oh, never mind.
It is the church complex at grid ref 106875. I've circled the exact building on your map, but again, 106875. Just past the large tree area in the town of Kamenlyov. And the actual complex is a little to the north of there. I've circled that on your map as well. He will be waiting. I don't know if you heard, but a lot of us were doing an operation to your... what was it? East. The Germans found us and they artied us to high hell, so...
Squad behind us. At the old compound.
Regardless, I need to get out of here. Get those two towers destroyed, and good luck on your mission.
Keep it low.
Alright. Fuck did Baker team go? What kind of compound is that?
It's an unfinished complex. We believe that it's some sorts of fuel mining or reserve. Honestly, we do not know. All we know is it's going to make a very large explosion when it goes off, and there are civilians in the area, so be careful.
Are there any tanks? Are we supposed to just clear it out or destroy it?
Clear it out, and if you saw those two pylons where that sniper was, put your charges on there, and the whole compound should blow.
I don't know if we have any demo left.
Charlie
We're
has
being
demo.
followed.
Then do what you can.
Okay.
I'll let my superior know we'll try to bring you some resupply. But it'll take me some time.
Well, we'll move into it and hold it then. Baker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we are going to destroy those two towers up there.
Oh, fucking A.
So,
Do we have any more explosives?
we're going to take the compound. The resistance is going to bring us more explosives. Push into the buildings there and then start pushing on it.
So I gotta prep a vehicle to give them. So I'm just getting this guy in concealment so I can delete him. But the
Fucking
switch unit
east
command,
side
that
of the
lets you
trees.
actually like switch your stuff, which is really nice.
Oh, they were moving.
So I'm gonna delete him. I mean, we do have an
There's a
auto cannon
squad
right there.
shadowing us on to our east as well.
Just get you boys some German rifles.
Roger, squad shadowing us to the east.
Yeah, so these guys are all searching
URV
around.
Point as well. Once we're done with this compound, I put it on your map.
Yep. Quick hold, boys.
Alright, so he's got that exactly. Good. But I need to prep a car now.
Holding the
Go.
snips. I'm gonna go.
Hammond, go.
Going.
Go, go, go,
That
go.
guy
I
has
got you,
no
boy.
cover up there, so
Moving.
Oh, I could fucking hammer him down.
we can't even see him.
So I'm
from
gonna
here
lag
anymore,
for a
so it
little.
doesn't
Oh,
matter.
nope, I got it instantly. Lovely.
I can see him.
Trooper, we're set.
Moving.
It's not even a sniper. He doesn't have an optic. It's just a rifleman.
So when the action's going crazy and I've set up a large amount of reinforcements to come in, I'll detach myself. I guess we'll stick with drum, unless anyone else wants me to be attached to somebody else.
Do you guys
Last
want to
man.
cross and assault from the west, and we'll assault from this side of the street?
Let's cross.
Sure.
Oh, well, they got spotted.
Hackman, we're set. Move.
Move it.
Push right
All right,
past.
we're gonna push in from here.
Copy.
Moving, moving.
Charlie, stay on this north side and push west.
Copy.
Open fire with that autocannon. He's using the machine gun instead.
It's a Puma. It sees us.
Watch those civilians.
I'm up. I'm up.
Moving up to that rock wall.
They're walking around the side. They're walking around the side.
Aldrich, how many rockets you got?
None.
Let me take the corner.
Have at it.
Guns pointing at us. Guns pointing this way. Gun pointing this way.
Get behind the fucking house.
Dear Lord.
I'm gonna leave the civs that aren't running out want to be busy with remote controlling them.
Move up to this White House and try to hit it from the corner.
House goes down.
I'm up.
She's putting her engine on. Gonna keep the King Tiger back for the moment.
Loading. There's a guy right there in front of us on the street.
He's dead.
Alright, so this is our north.
Back up. Munson.
This was our east, no, our west.
Locks down.
This was our south.
Back up.
Aldrich, find Munson.
I think they went up to the right.
Alright, well, speak up.
That's our west. And then Rally Point, I will move back.
Is that half-track still up?
I think so.
Are you okay?
I'm having a little bit of fun with this. Just start spraying down the houses.
Okay.
Don't you move, Hackman.
Newman's up. I don't see
I'm coming
Munson.
back.
Ooh, and I just got 18.
Munson, we're moving.
Cherry, get up here. You got an elevated position.
Alright, let's start
Hey,
calling in
fingers crossed,
reinforcements.
Yeah, there's friendlies up on the left wall.
Copy that.
Let's see, this will come from the west. And this will come from the east.
Advise, I'm black on AT now.
We'll give them a few, let's see, it's 10:32. I'm gonna make
Alright,
a...
looks like they've cleared most of the way through. Let's push up to those towers.
I just heard them say they're black on AT, but I want to keep throwing stuff at them.
CAT out here. Pick it up.
Alright,
Woke up.
let's get fucking demo plate factory and let's shoot if we can.
How many guys you hit?
Charlie, get that demo charge planted.
Yeah.
Be in place now.
Number 5.
What up?
Alright.
Our next,
Alright, let's get the hell outta
our rendezvous
Oh,
point is
I was
straight
fucking
south from
jumping
here.
Huge
Straight south.
squad. Huge squad coming in south. Huge squad coming in south.
Let's go.
200.
Baker, get fucking security set up installed.
You know, eyes here in the second.
Drum, I love you, but you gotta stop moving. Thank you.
Hammer on your left.
Fuck yes.
Boom.
Now it's time for my debut. And I am in a substantial amount of pain. I don't know why the fuck I'm crippled. I'm supposed to be invincible. So I'm gonna quickly heal myself and then drive up to him like a bat out of hell.
Let's go, Abel. Get ready to
I'm
move.
way heck.
I better still be fucking invincible. Of course I'm not. Why would I still be invincible? God damn.
Hold on.
Roger, moving.
Oh, we're into.
I don't know why I got rid of my invincibility, but... Ay, 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 come on. Let's fucking go. Apparently they didn't need explosives. Motherfucking Dostostas.
Yep.
Come on, little man, we have a lot to do.
Stay online, Baker.
I was told you guys needed explosives, but I came into a massive firefight. Ow.
Why in the fuck are you retards stopping here? Keep moving. Go.
Charlie, keep
Fucking
pushing.
move, Costco. Jesus. All right, Baker, let's go. We're moving.
All right, let's go to the west. Yeah.
And then we're cutting east.
Cutting east, cutting east.
In the ditch, cutting east.
We're cutting east.
Charlie, get ready to start pushing.
Actually, we're going, sorry, we're going west.
We're going
Sorry,
west,
west.
Direction west.
West. Moving west. West. Charlie, keep up the base of fire.
West.
Charlie, let's start pushing. Moving. Let's engage. Let's go.
I shot him right as that fucking building fell on him. That's great.
We're over there.
Abel will push.
There we go.
We need to push south. Come on, go ahead, disengage. Keep pushing west along this ditch. Whatever. Oh, hello.
Yeah, one of my scouts said you needed explosives, and I drove right into a firefight. Oh well. I think your explosive nicked my vehicle anyway, and I packed a bunch of TNT in it. Hence the smoke. I think that'll be good enough.
Tower's still up. I hope it's damaged.
That'll be damaged enough.
We're firing through the trees at it.
Let's get that Ting Tiger moving and everything.
Reloading.
All right, let's go. Baker, let's move west.
Moving. Move west, Baker.
Moving west.
Charlie, hold what you got.
We need to cut south. Let's go.
Fuck!
Down to 2 mags.
Charlie, let's pick it up. We're moving.
We need to leave now. One of my scouts just gave a red flare. That means a fucking king tiger.
Disengage. South of the church.
Cross over.
Yep,
We're pushing south, Charlie.
Heading for the church.
I'm repacking. I need 10 seconds.
No time. Just go.
Unless you want to be king tiger, Chow.
I'm out of smoke.
Why would numbnuts repack his mags in the middle of a firefight?
I'll use one.
We'll never know.
One for good measure. We supposed to hide in this fucking church?
One left.
I'm just waiting around. You with me, Hammer?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the sweet church of Everberry.
Big fucking door.
We're not going in the church. We're going to somewhere smaller.
Go, Baker, get inside.
Not the church. We're moving to this
Not
building
getting in the
over here
church.
behind the church.
We're not going to the church.
Oh, God damn it.
They'd expect us to go to the church. It's gonna be a little cramped, but it'll keep us safe.
This is our
I mean, they'll never
hideout.
think to look for a squad of 14 guys in this tiny little shack.
Exactly.
I think I prefer the church too.
Get on my way.
All in.
Oh, you
Get comfy. We're gonna be here for a while.
Ow.
It's my foot.
Let's go. Get in here.
Go, Hammond. Go ahead, Tosco.
I've seen this circus show before.
See, there's way more room in here than we
For the church.
Alright, so let's me get our little box out from one of the barrels here.
Shit, I didn't know we had 3 bazookas. I would have invited Locke to our little party.
Hello.
Ooh, wait, I
I
have an
had
idea.
Locke doing what Locke used to do.
I have an idea.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. So each of my my bar mags has like 3 rounds in it.
That's good.
Same.
I can't even pack it to 1 full mag.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay, I picked up a German death machine.
A
MP4.
Heisenheimer?
No, an MP4.
The Duthen shooter?
Alright, that little box has an arsenal, but everyone needs to stay low. Try to avoid the windows. I know it's practically tight in here, but we need to be quiet. Watch this.
They won't let me in.
Oh, I had it for a second. Come on.
Did he disconnect? Okay.
Looks like they're all disconnecting, which is fine. I was a bit slow to set this up. Why would you shoot? Look out the fucking window.
I didn't mean to.
Hopefully they'll ignore that. They did not. Why did you shoot your gun?
I didn't mean to.
All you had to do was not shoot the gun.
Oh, I thought you died.
Ah. Just save your shit in the arsenal.
Jeez.
All you had to do was not shoot your gun. And you shot your gun. Ah. We're gonna pretend that didn't fucking happen. Alright. Hope you guys like that. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Take care. Have a good one. We don't debrief these.